the gaming arena, it's always console versus PC. Which is better? They're both wrong. It's mobile. Now, hear me out. I love playing on consoles. I love playing on PC. But the proverbial third wheel has proven to be what I would argue to be the biggest thing to happen in gaming since ever. What's up, guys? Retro Coyote here, and if you want to learn more about all the cool stuff that we grew up with in the early 2000s, then make sure to smack that subscribe button and make sure to like the video as well. It helps out the channel and it's completely free. Now, that being said, let's get into how mobile gaming changed the world. Gaming on the go has always been an appealing concept, from the old portable football electronic games to the Game Boy and to those awful Tiger electronic handheld games. We've been trying to take gaming on the go with us since day one, with varying degrees of success. Pokemon really did end up taking the world by storm, but I would argue that was due more in part to the shows and the cards and the other forms of media than just the games themselves. They're good games though, no doubt. Fast forward from the early 90s over to 1997, and something happened that would revolutionize gaming forever. Snake. No, really, Snake. This simple game on those old Nokia brick phones was the genesis, really, of a new way to play. It was the birth of mobile gaming. These ugly little phones in our pockets could now be a gateway to the likes of gaming we couldn't even imagine. But for now, it was Snake, brick breaking, and Tetris. Simple, classic, and easy to fit into a phone. The thing is, over the next couple of years, everyone got cell phones. Mobile phones were no longer the purview of the high-powered businessman or that douchebag who liked technology a little bit too much. Phones like the Motorola Razr, the Sidekick, the BlackBerry, they really redefined what phones could do, and in doing so, advanced the mobile gaming landscape. Now, to be fair, it was still games like Tetris, and they looked nicer, they had colors, and they were backlit, which if you've ever tried to play your Game Boy on the car ride home at night, I don't have to tell you, was a big deal. Over in Japan, Sonic made his way onto phones, and over here in 2003, the Nokia N-Gage showed the world what a dedicated gaming phone could do. It wasn't good, but boy did they show it. To be fair to the N-Gage, it did offer a near console-like experience to their gaming on a mobile platform, which is something worthy of celebrating, but they seem to forget the phone part of the phone. No one wanted the taco phone. Now, it would be a few more years till we saw mobile gaming develop into the juggernaut we know it as today. That would come with the advent of the smartphone. It's not a stretch at all to say that the arrival of the smartphone revolutionized technology and took gaming along for that wild ride. Access to the internet on the go opened up the floodgates to endless possibilities for mobile gaming. From Fruit Ninja to Angry Birds to Candy Crush to Pokemon Go, it was off to the races and all bets were off. Now, I would consider this era, the mid-20 teens, to be the golden age of mobile gaming. It really established what this platform was going to look like going forward. And what's really interesting is people who never touched a controller or an arcade cabinet before were suddenly catching Pokemon right alongside us. Your mom could be a competitive Candy Crush player. Your little brother could be designing new games in Roblox as we speak. You could even emulate old console games on your phone if that's what you're into. Now, nearly everyone was a gamer. That statement's not as hyperbolic as it sounds either. At the time of writing, nearly 3 billion people are playing mobile games. It's an over $140 billion industry. And yet, somehow, mobile gaming has been largely, at least historically, regarded as lesser by the very people who once cheered its rise to power. Now, I understand that this mentality isn't as prevalent as it once was, and is mostly a mindset held by those few insufferable elitists, but I feel like mobile gaming spent a long time regarded as a third wheel. Thankfully though, that's no longer the case on the whole, and many games like Genshin Impact, Roblox, and others allow you to hop almost seamlessly from your phone over to your computer and keep on playing. Now, iPhones have emulation too. They just announced they were going to be allowing emulators on the App Store, and the first one, a Game Boy and Game Boy Advance emulator, is now available for download, after almost 2 decades of being without. I think we're looking at a mobile gaming renaissance here, and I couldn't be more excited. But for now, what I want you to do is tell me down in the comments below, what's the first mobile game you ever played? And what are you playing now on mobile platforms? Let's hear it. And hey, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to get a shout out at this point in the video, then check out our Patreon. I'll put a link to it down in the description below. And hey, if you want to help out the channel, the best way to do that, and it's totally free, is to smack that subscribe button and make sure to like the video. That being said, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye!